Okay, for that very wonderful presentation. At this point, we'd like to hear also the delegates on how, what are their learnings from this sharing. So, one by one again, just like what happened earlier, how do you describe the two of them? Alright, so are they effective? Are they impactful? But before that, let's clap our hands to them first.
好，我们现在要请那个菲律宾的学生说他们对我们有什么想法？这样。
Alright, maybe we can start with Hamza.
I think they are very impactful in our status quo because they are able to discuss to us what are their goals and how this vision is achieved in the future. Thank you.
Alright, next.
I think she is one of the best example of a young generation who wants to lead or to have a better future.
Yes, next.
Yeah, I think they are all impactful in a way that they were able to hold some program like this.
I think they are impactful leaders as she is a very good representation of what of how the youth can become an impactful leader because of the presentation that she gave. She was able to explain it very confidently to all of us, all their goals that they achieved, the awards that they've already achieved in their career. So it's really good.
So they are very impactful in a sense that they made remarkable experience in sharing their knowledge, what they have achieved, and the goals that they are planning to do.
For me, they are impactful and effective because they are empowered and they make changes in the community.
For me, based on how they tell the story about their projects and also their programs, I think that those programs that they have made, which makes them an impactful person, impactful in the society.
I think, sorry. So for me, I could see them as people who gear towards inclusivity, efficiency, and effectivity towards sustaining good governance that would help the lives of the people in the community.
That's good.
I think they and Good Life as an organization are what Dr. Wu described earlier as catalysts for change. And in this process, they're able to unify the people, including the Aboriginals, to really capitalize on one strength.
That's good.
I think that the growth of the organization speaks for itself. In just the span of a year, they were able to expand their number of partners as well as the members. So they're definitely impactful because just looking at the array of different services, you can really see that these people are really concerned with improving the town, the villages, or these places, what they call these products. So,
All right, and then last question is, how can we learn from 1-1 Good Life Studio and apply it in our lives, in our hometown? What kind of change do we want to see in our hometown? So maybe we can start from there again.
Yes, okay. 我们怎么样运用
just quick one-liner
的做法，就回到他们自己的家乡的当中 ，OK 啊，他们可以学什么？
我想形容是，就说不管是万巒的那个数位教育机会中心，或是好好生活所，它所要呈现的就是说，它是连结自己本身的兴趣、资源，然后去创造一些社会的影响力，然后去取决于哪里，他们思维，我们所做的是思维，就是说万巒当地的特色。那我希望把这样的一个工作方法带回去给你们做参考，因为菲律宾你们所在的地方 ，OK， 好，我重来。不管刚刚分享了2个主题。
So 2 main things I want you to do.
不管是万巒 DOC
Either it's 万巒DOC
或是这里好好生活所，
or 万巒Good Life Studio.
它都是去观察我们万巒在地的区域的特色。
The one thing in common is that they both observe the local characteristics of 万巒and develop on that.
或是地方的需求，
Or local needs.
运用自己的一个本身的资源，或是个人工作的一个兴趣，去创造一些社会的影响力，改变地方更好。
So they use their own talent, they use the resources they have, and they use their influences, they create impact to the society.
好，回到菲律宾，你们有你们的一个特色，还有你们的既有的生活文化，甚至于其他的一个差异需求。
So coming back to the case of the Philippines, you have your own characteristics, you have your specialties, and you have your own features. And that's something you can think about, how to use those resources that you have to do impactful jobs.
好，刚刚所分享的这2份简报，只是一些操作手法。
So the two presentations that we shared are just the methods.
也带给你们一些参考。
We're hoping that serves as some inspirations for you.
也期待回去看到你们更有价值、更有创新的一些想法，对你们的国家、对你们的人民有一些区域的发展有一些贡献。
We hope those can contribute to your ideas and your visions on local governance and local development of your country.
好，这是我们分享的最主要的目的。
Okay, that's the main purpose of our sharing today.
大家加油，加油！
Thank you so much, Mr. Wong. And with that, how can we apply what we learned today? What change do we want to see in our own local government as well?
Okay, stop on there.
I think this is very important when the local government unit practice the basic principles that are the transparency, the pluralism, and it must be applied to every local government unit to always look upon what are the goals and what are the positive visions in the future. Thank you.
For me, I think the best way that we can do when we go back in the Philippines is be the mentee of them and be the mentor in the Philippines and find the like-minded people. Find your people to be the change that our future generations need. That's all. Thank you.
I think what's the question again?
How can you apply what you learned today?
Yeah, I think people, especially the young generation, I think they need to enlighten or to put themselves in a situations where they can able to make progress. Because I think that's one of the things that young generation needs right now in the Philippines. Because I think they're all afraid, like they're not just very, how to say this? They're not using their intellectual capacity or to think beyond out of the box rather. I think we need to have a young generation to have experience more beyond their
I think by creating more opportunities so that we can involve the people in our community so that we may be able to capitalize on their strength as well. And I think for doing that, we may be able to achieve our goals in the development of our community.
I think that one of the things that we can apply in our local communities back in the Philippines is, number one, we can identify what local products we have so that we can like them, have entrepreneurial mindset so we can generate income for our projects.
I want to follow on what Kurt said a while ago. I come from a fourth-class municipality in the Philippines. It's called Barway. So it's not really rich, but it's rich in clay and we're known for producing lechon. Do you know lechon? A roasted pig. So that's one of our main products. But the problem with our municipality is the local government isn't paying much attention to local talents, and they're not being provided enough platforms to translate this talent into income or revenue for themselves. Because to be honest, our people in the municipality of Baguio are too busy trying to make a living, of trying to put food on the table. So sometimes they forget to expand on their talent because they have no room for growth.
Thanks, Taylor.
So for me, when people become innovators in society, this leads us leaders to become entrepreneurial. Because on what is happening in the Philippines, government employees are really quite reliant that they are already tenured. Meaning that due to their tenureship, there's this Filipino mentality of bahala na. Parang wala. Parang, how do you translate that?
No hunger for improvement.
Never. No avenue to improvement.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So that's the thing that we aim to change. Is that people become innovators and social scientists. But not just leaders, but also the followers. Because followers becomes leaders of tomorrow.
Yes. Hello. I think for me it should be the participation and communication between the locals or the citizens and also the government. Because right now, based on how I observe and what I observe in the Philippines right now, there's a lot of projects that the governments, not only the national government but also the local governments, they have the projects or programs, but the citizens, some of the citizens of it don't support the government, which is it's really a problem for them to make that program to make that program, because the citizens don't want to participate and don't want to trust the government on their program. So I think based on how they describe or how they tell the story here in the township here in Wanyan. So I think we can also adapt how Wanwan do that locals and the government participate to each other also in the Philippines. And also in terms of the products and also the things that we need to be the things that we are proud of from our country, I think we should also learn how to patronage our own products and also to be proud of all the things that we should be proud of, like the different kind of tourist spots, like what Mom showed earlier. And I think that's also one step for us as a local to do it and to help the government. And that's all.
I think the learnings for today's discussion is that how the people work together, very very impressive, because in the Philippines, people who work in the government, hindi sila ganito, di ba? Like, we're not like this. We're not like this. We're not like this.
So my key takeaway is that the people here is very inclusive when it comes to their programs and projects. Everyone is included and no one gets left behind.
Okay, on my end, I think it's very important the role of DOC and the Good Life Studio, because they serve as a glue, a unifying factor among civil societies, among aboriginals, among local government unit, among the citizens, local business. Like they glue everything together, and that makes the change that they want to create sustainable and is long term. It's not just for a short term period. So that's very important if we're introducing change in the society. So hopefully that's something we can also do in the Philippines.
Okay. 好，OK。